So we finally got a 2D Mario platformer exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, and goodness gracious, this trailer was a shocker. Aside from the very obvious and well-deserved change in art style, this game has a lot to unpack. It's time to flip this trailer on its head because we're gonna dissect this from back to front. The reason being, we really need to address the elephant in the room. Literally. Let's take a moment to watch this again. Wowie zowie, says Mario. You know, if I got turned into an elephant, I'd say the same thing. The question everyone's asking now is, why? Just look at Nintendo's track record with 2D Mario games. They gave us the Tanuki tail, then the cape feather, then the propeller mushroom, and most recently the acorn suit. These all gave us some kind of mobility in the air. But now this? What is this? Does it make us faster? Do elephants go fast? How fast does an elephant? 25 miles per hour, geez. Okay, but in all seriousness, I really wonder what advantage this power-up will give us. I'm still trying to get over the fact that Nintendo decided to turn Mario into an elephant, and heaven forbid the day we have to see Elephant, Peach, and Toad. Moving forward, or rather backwards, let's dive into the multiplayer aspect of this. The first thing I noticed was this. We can finally break free from the chains of player 1 binding us to Mario. You can now play as Luigi, you can play as Peach, you can play as Toad, you can play as Daisy, not sure why you'd want to though, and it looks like you can even play as Yoshi with 4 different color options. My only question is, where's my blue Toad? To answer that, the official game cover can give us some insight. In the background, it looks as though we can see a Goomba with a blue Toad hat? This raises the age-old question, is Toad wearing a hat? In the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Toad can take it off. But in Mario Odyssey, the Toads are wearing regular hats. If this was already a hat, why would you wear a hat on a hat? But in this game, it seems as though it is a hat by the way it's sitting on top of this Goomba. But if that's the case, then why does Propeller Toad look like this and not like this? I could keep going, but I also have another question. Why is this a thing that exists? Is there a Goomba power-up? Can we capture Goombas like we did in Mario Odyssey? Only time will tell. Something else I noticed in the trailer was the fact that you can't jump on other people's heads like you used to. Instead, you kind of just pass through behind them. I mean, I could be wrong, but there's clearly some collision going on here that's being ignored. So long are the days of sabotaging each other with ground pounds. You will be missed. Before we move on, let's take a moment to appreciate how expressive the characters are. I mean, just look! There's so many emotions portrayed by these beloved Nintendo icons that we've never seen in a 2D platformer before. This just makes me want to play the game all the more. And let's all stop to admire the fact that Peach gets her own Mario hat to glide with. Which also begs the question, what will Toad use? Does he get his own hat, or... I think it's about time to draw our attention to the smaller items in the upper left. Most notably, there's a purple coin counter that goes into the triple digits and even decimals, but only sometimes. It also looks like these larger purple coins that are worth 10 could possibly be replacing star coins, since there are 3 slots available per level. I'm also excited that power-up storage is back, allowing us to save different power-ups for later in the level. And lastly, it looks as though we're all sharing one set of lives, just like Super Mario 3D World. Honestly, I prefer everyone having their own individual set of lives because there's always that one person who keeps dying and therefore taxing the entire group with their mistakes. But that's just me. Even though we've already seen a lot of stuff in the trailer, I still have some hopes and expectations for content in this game. The first one being the triple jump. I can't even begin to imagine a Mario platformer that doesn't have the triple jump. Except for you two. You guys get out of here. Jokes aside, it is critical that this game has the triple jump. If it doesn't, it first of all better have a good excuse as to why not, and second of all, needs to have some sort of maneuver to make up for it. Give us a spin jump, or a side flip, or even the backward somersault. But in reality, please don't even consider removing the triple jump, Nintendo. It's quite literally one of the best aspects of Mario's moveset. Another thing I hope this game has is more diverse boss fights. Just take a look at the bosses in New Super Mario Bros. A lot of them were pretty creative. Let's be honest, we're all tired of fighting Boom Boom and the Koopalings. Now we already saw a pretty cool boss fight with what looks like Bowser Jr. maybe? And just from those short few seconds, I can already tell that the boss fights are taking on some new direction, which I'm super excited for. The last thing I'm curious about in this game is the story. Who did Bowser kidnap this time if it isn't Peach? Is Bowser even going to kidnap someone? maybe he has greater plans than holding people hostage. I never minded the classic damsel in distress for each Mario game, but I wouldn't mind something a little different either. If Bowser is going to thrive as a villain, he needs to have bigger plans, like world domination or something. Give him a deep motive for it too, instead of just because he's the bad guy. Of course, this would be more fitting for a 3D Mario game rather than a 2D one. Mario Galaxy 3! Either way, I can't wait to see who or what we have to save in this new game. Overall, this game is what the 2D Mario series needed. A fresh new look with amazing colors, details, and game mechanics. I am so stoked for this new era of Mario games and whatever Nintendo's next console brings along with it. Not to mention, the game case looks so satisfying, like, I almost want to eat it. You know full well that once this game releases, I'm gonna try and beat it without collecting any coins, or without pressing left, or touching water, or whatever crazy challenge that hasn't already been done yet. Let me know what your expectations are for this game and if you plan on picking it up when it releases in October. Until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys later.